I'm Persian.
My father is from Egypt.
Kurdistan.
Morocco.
My mom is from Iran.
Father's Bukharian.
My family's from Iran.
We are from Queens. Do you want me to go back a few generations? My grandfather, my father's father's from Morocco. And my mother's father, originally their family came from Bukhara.
I remember when it was the day that we moved. I asked my mechanic, do you know of any Sephardic Bet Knesset in the 5 towns? Because I have no idea. And he tells me, yeah, across the street from the grocery store, there's supposed to be a Sephardic shul. You should check it out. I said, oh, thank you for the information. We came Friday night. I sat in the back of the shul. And I don't know how anybody knew me at the time, but immediately someone turns to me and say, well, why don't you say Shir Hashirim, and how about Arvit? I don't know if something is written on my face or what it is. The rabbi at the time welcomed us to the community, and we were received with such warmth. It's just amazing, because I remember thinking to myself, boy, I would love to have a Bet Knesset like this, that I can guide and that I can mold, whether it is in the liturgy of the tefillot and Divrei Torah, and to have a people that I can speak to, that I can share my Torah and thoughts with. It was always a dream of mine, and that's what I wanted. And you never know.
But every Midat Torah has the flip side. Very nice man, very nice.
We're very, very fortunate to have Rabbi Ben Chaim as part of our shul. Personally, he has had a tremendous influence, not only upon me, but especially on my children. I can tell you that my older boys come to his shiurim, his classes in the evening, and love it. I myself also come. So it's a tremendous influence upon our lives. We're extremely fortunate to have him and his wife, Shaare.
I'm 22, so I probably started coming when I was 4 or 5 years old. So I've been here and sitting in the same row the entire time, next to my grandfather and my father. It's a real imprint on us and how we grew up. You start your day here, you end your day here, through all the shiurim that you get to go to during the week. It's a big part. It's a big part of my life.
The best person ever. The greatest rabbi. He's a very nice guy. He's always here. He's always welcoming. He's always here to shake your hand. You could text him, you can call him whenever you have a question about halacha. He's always there if you want to talk to him about anything. He's very learned. He doesn't even have to look at his svarim when he's giving a speech.
When we started our shul, there were many different rabbanim here. And each rabbi was tremendous. Each rabbi had their own beautiful characteristics. Each rabbi brought to the shul something at that time the shul was missing. So we built on that, and we built on that until we got to Rabbi Ben Chaim. Rabbi Ben Chaim is an unbelievable rabbi, full of energy, full of life, gives of himself so much. His drashot are unbelievable. Opens your eyes to things that you didn't know before. My wife cannot say enough about Rabbi Ben Chaim and Shaare. She is inspired every time she comes to shul with my daughters, specifically for Rabbi Ben Chaim's drashot and also for the unity and achdut. Rabbi Saban is an unbelievable rabbi. He's fiery. There are drashot that applies to your everyday life, about emunah, about how you should treat your family and your friends. So Rabbi Saban is also a tremendous rabbi.
We recently moved here from Kew Gardens about 2 months ago to Cedarhurst. My wife and I were very nervous, quite frankly, very scared. And that all changed when I stepped foot in Shaare Emunah. And that exact Shabbat, when I came home, I told my wife we found our home. The rabbi is unbelievable. I've never met a rabbi like this where, his speeches, not only do I remember it, but I also discuss it on the family table every Shabbat. And that really touches my wife, touches the kids, touches my parents, my in-laws. And I believe that's very special.
We finally had this opportunity that was brought to us to come and to lead in this Bet HaKnesset. I cannot think of any better place, of any better community, of any warmer people, of any more warmer way to be accepted in the way we were. It's really a story of love. Of love. Everyone just showered upon us such kindness and warmth. It made us feel that this is really our home. We feel very much at home. My wife and I, we talk about this all the time, how HaKadosh Baruch Hu made it so.
This is who he is. He's in his element here. You know, it's very good for him. He is a very good teacher. He is a Rebbe by profession since he was like 21 years old, since we got married.
יחס של השתתפות וחמלה. The situation of this nation in the Midbar.
He's a good chazan. He reads the Torah. I don't have to tell you all the things that he is very good at. He very much understands people, and I think that my husband brings everybody together and tries to unify everybody. The most important thing for me is that my children are going to grow up with a Masorah. I would think that for a Sephardic person, he would want that for his children. We have such an illustrious, rich, and vibrant heritage. And I think that our kids should be proud of who they are and where they come from. Everybody should be proud of who they are. The Ashkenazim should be very proud of where they come from and their Masorah and their history. And the Sephardim should have that as well.
Here in America, I've encouraged the Sephardim, my students, to do whatever they can to hold on to their holy customs. It's an injustice to their heritage and their tradition that they end up often in Ashkenazi communities for lack of their own place. I'm very concerned that they're going to lose that connection, the thousands of years of tradition, of minhagim and piyutim and semirot and so on. And even when it comes to observance of halacha, they have a very strong Masorah. And that's why, at least, we have Baruch Hashem in our community, we have a shul like this. It's a very, very invaluable piece of the chain from Har Sinai, right here, in this place.
I was privileged for 3 years, me and my father and my entire family. And this, I could say, really changed our lives. For 3 years, we went to Eish Kodesh, where Moshe Weinberger and Eish Kodesh made my father a new person in the best way possible. My father had 20 years, 22 years actually to be precise, where he was teaching already in Queens, and he already had a name out there, and people loved him, but he was never a rabbi of a shul. His father was a rabbi since he was a small kid. But when he went to Eish for 3 years, I think Rabbi Weinberger taught him, mainly by seeing how Rabbi Weinberger is a rabbi, of how it is to be a rabbi, how it is to care about people.
My dear friend Rabbi Mordechai, Rabbi Ben Chaim, was royalty that suddenly appeared in our Beis Medrash. Royalty, from royal lineage, and himself with royal bearing. It was remarkable how he made himself one of the chevra, but at the same time he was very, very apart. Tremendous Talmud Chacham, the most beautiful midos. I asked him to say a high-level shiur in the morning, and he gave the chaburas in the most beautiful, beautiful way. It was very natural that everybody in our shul looked up to him. Through our private conversations, I realized that this was a great person in our midst. Ish Yehudi Haya Bewud Mehabir, Shmo Mordechai Ben Yair. There is a great Jew who we have here in Woodmere, and his name is Mordechai. He is a person who has illuminated our lives and has brought tremendous light to our community. And I'm very proud that my brothers and sisters here are now able to benefit from his wisdom, from his beauty, from his wonderful Rebbetzin, from the whole family. It was a privilege to have him for that time that we did. And it's a privilege for me to have the nachas to see this community growing through his presence.
It has been, for my father, I want to say this 100%, the greatest blessing in his life, that he became rabbi of the shul. He cares for each and every single person of the shul like a family member. Really, every single one. A whole day, a whole night, he's trying to see how to make life for this person better. A comforting word for this person, a happy word to this person. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. And you know why he loves it? Because the people are good people. And my father has been blessed to have been able to be a rabbi of such a beautiful community.
I wanted to create an environment where women felt that they belonged and that they had something to connect to. Shammai was praying for the rain. And Betty Ben Zaken, we looked at each other one day and I said, if we can get 10 women to commit, let's do a Seudah Shlishit. And we've been doing it ever since. We get professional people to do shiurim if we can, and if we can't, then I offer to do the learnings so that we have Devar Torahs. And I like to leave it open to the women to share their views and opinions and insights to whatever the parsha is, whatever they may have learned during the week. And we try to grow spiritually. That's really the point, is to connect and to grow.
She make a lot of homework, and she put together from Zohar to Rishonim, to Braita, to Gemara, to Achronim, together. She loved to pick everybody's brain.
Betty was the recruiter. She got as many women possible to volunteer once Shabbat a year to host the Seudah Shlishit. It's really nice because it gets all the women involved as opposed to just showing up. So everyone feels like they're investing in the shul. When you invest in the shul, you become a part of the shul. So that's really nice.
Jasse is very good in organizing, and everybody has a slot. We all three very good partners because Leah's Rabbi is very good in speaking, so almost every Shabbat she's the one who gives the Dvar Torah and everybody loves it. She's very animated and everybody loves it because everybody learns something from it. And if the host wants to do it herself, no problem. We're getting tighter and tighter, we're getting stronger, we're getting closer, so really everybody loves it.
Made strong connections with people at the Seudah Shlishit, which is really nice, and I could take it farther than just coming to shul and saying hello to them, which has been a really nice aspect in my life.
There's such a sense of togetherness, not only with the ladies Seudah Shlishit, but in the shul as a whole. Everybody has respect for each other. Everybody feels united. Everybody feels one. I feel like I'm privileged to be a part of the shul. It feels like a family. It just feels like a family. Because the shul is so like family. Everyone knows that my husband was diagnosed about a year ago. I can't tell you the response that we got when Nirit sent out an email asking the ladies to help out with cooking for Shabbat. I was told that the first time that they put out the email, they got all the needs for Shabbat done by all the ladies. I had tears in my eyes hearing about this, how the ladies in the shul were so involved. Whether they knew me well or they didn't know me well or they just, knew of me, everybody wanted to help out.
Life is so much better with harmony together. Life is so much better in harmony together.
We represent certain colors of the mosaic of Am Yisrael. You want to make our God happy? Be a part of the mosaic. Be a part of Am Yisrael. Nothing is more important to Hashem than everybody's happy and we live in harmony. This mosaic is Sfaradim, Ashkenazim, Litaim, Yemenite, everything. Be yourself in one unbelievable piece of the mosaic of Am Yisrael. All of us have one Father. And this Father made this mosaic. And this is the mosaic of the nation of Israel.
With harmony together.
Shaare Emunah. Needed some help, so I went over there. And I got active a little bit. I love that temple. I love the people. I give them a Sefer Torah on my wife's name when she passed away. And she was a very active and very philanthropic lady in the neighborhood. She was honored by many Jewish organizations in the 5 towns. I used to travel 9 months out of the year. I traveled in Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Beirut, Abu Dhabi, Dubai. One thing I never missed, synagogues. Make sure that you take your kids to synagogues. It's very important to support the shul, because if you don't have shul, you have no Judaism, or you don't have closeness friends. Everything starts from shul. Shaare Emunah. I love the people that run it, and I'm very happy that they're ready to build it up, and I'll do everything in my power to make it happen. I'm always ready, and I want to wish them all the mazel in the world, happiness, and be successful, and that Shaare Emunah be one of the nicest synagogue ever. Mazel tov.
He started this shul, the whole minyan with another few guys, and they didn't have anywhere to go, so they bought this house under my name. I never got the rent. They didn't pay me, and that's it. That's how it started.
12 families were invited to my house, and we took a commitment to start a Sephardic shul. I saw this house with beautiful side yard, big, large. And I'm a builder, that's my business. And I envisioned something that, could be perfect for our need, a huge yard, big property, and eventually we can take it and build. But the house was not for sale. So I asked the real estate, she said, it's not for sale. I said, anything could be for sale, for the right offer. We made a deal and we bought the house. It was registered under my wife's name, Rivka. It was very hard to get it back from her. She didn't want to give us release.
Listen, when we got married, everything was on my name. So even the green card was on my name. Everything was my name. Don't put that though. Don't put this part.
Sasson, Rafael, and myself, and Rani also belonged to the building committee, Rani Binyamini. We surveyed the property. We took some measurement to make sure how to lay out the trailer. And then we start to go over the footprint of the building. Also discuss some interior issues, access, handicap accessibility. I have to say that every one of these guys, Rafi, Sasson, Rani, they put so much heart and effort into this. I think we're working beautiful together. This is another group which we are just blessed to have. The all professional happen to be. What you're gonna look, you're gonna see a beautiful Sephardic Bet Knesset. It's gonna look like the Sephardic heritage. Beautiful interior, moldings, woodworking, flooring, very unique coloring. We're paying so much attention to every detail of what will happen in this building. Be'ezrat Hashem, they will see a lot of surprises, pleasant surprises. It's going to be a magnificent building. Be'ezrat Hashem.
There's no doubt that the time has come to acknowledge the fact that, for example, Rosh Hashanah and Kippur, during the Yamim Noraim, there were many people that were not even able to come to the Beit HaKnesset on this Rosh Hashanah, this past Rosh Hashanah Kippur, because quite frankly there was no room. Any simcha, when there's a bar mitzvah, when there is a Shabbat Chatan, and there's always not enough space. So space is definitely one reason for the new building. A new beginning always signifies a renewal of excitement and a future, showing that we intend to continue with strength and with pride. Building a new house for Hashem is a duty of a Jew. Ve'asu li mikdash ve'shachanti betocham. HaKadosh Baruch Hu asks us to build for Him a citadel, to build for Him a building that will bring glory to His name. And that is first and foremost the reason why we are embarking on this project of building a new Beit HaKnesset. Ezrat Hashem. Hashem should bless us, and with siyata dishmaya, that it should go with happiness, it should happen with unity and peace and good feeling, and ultimately to bring good honor to His name and to our name as a community as well.